if I had to again take a position on it, I'm gonna take the brand name, which is Bitcoin. I'm going to assume that it's the wrong price for the possibilities that it has. And I'm going to assume that the path forward from here is north.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I've got big news to share with you guys. First up, Guggenheim's chief investment officer predicting a $400,000 Bitcoin price. We also got billionaire Mike Novogratz buying Chainlink. He tweeted about it. And Polkadot getting big time adoption from a social media standpoint or a social influence standpoint. And could it go to $1,000? We're going to break it down. First, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, Bitcoin currently still moving sideways, which is what we want to see. For real. Like, I'm not saying that to, just move with the emotions of what's happening, but rather you have to look at the market cycles. Nothing goes up in a straight line. Bitcoin is at $35,000 and it's building support levels here at this $35,000 level, which is a good sign, right? Even if it just goes down a bit more and it's the $32,000 level that it's building support level on, I don't care as long as it moves sideways and builds the support we need so that we can then move up to $45,000, then to $50,000. Once again, we had that big parabolic run up from the latter half of December into early January, and then we had a correction. Absolutely on par for what usually takes place in the market. If you go back and look at the charts historically, you will see this. So looking healthy, that's the important thing. If you go up too fast, guys, the crash is going to be harder, right? If it kept going and going to 60,000 and so on and so forth, that's not good. And even the professional traders are saying Bitcoin needed a pullback to maintain bullish momentum. Analysts say Bitcoin price needed to slow down in order to maintain the bullish momentum needed for the next leg up. So it goes up in phases, my friends, right? You have your parabolic move up, you have your correction, your sideways movement building support levels, then you have your next parabolic run up. Rinse and repeat, right? Bull, bear, and accumulation phases, both from a micro level, as what we're looking here, as well as a macro level. And the macro level, you'll see it play out here in Plan B's stock to flow model, where we had our bull market run-ups historically, our bear markets, and accumulation phases. And the cycle is repeating again. So as you can see here, from the respective arrows, it indicates where we're at as of today. So things are moving ahead according to plan. And you'll notice it doesn't really even take into consideration some of these corrections that we're seeing because it's a macro level chart, right? It's not looking at the daily, weekly, hourly, and so on and so forth. Now, we are, of course, headed to new all-time highs. The stock to flow predicting $100,000. The stock to flow X predicting $288,000. Well, Guggenheim's chief investment officer said, speculative frenzy to die down, but 400K target still on, talking about Bitcoin. So while some traders have gotten mixed signals, Guggenheim's Scott Minerd is taking the long view. That is how I'm looking at it. I know many of you are looking at it that way as well because we are the hodlers. So Minerd, who oversees Guggenheim's $275 billion in assets under management, called for a sky-high $400,000 price target for Bitcoin in an interview late last year, easily among the loftiest price predictions from a major institutional head, but more recently said in a tweet last week that the market may be overheated. Absolutely. Bitcoin has become overbought. The greed index is at an all-time high. So you need that correction to let things go back to a normal pace, right? In the middle, so to speak. The about phase even prompted some playful accusations of market manipulation. As Minerd said on Friday, however, his long-term bullish price target remains intact, while a bearish pullback may still be in the cards. Yeah, no problem. Here's his exact tweet. He said, Bitcoin's parabolic rise is unsustainable in the near term. Vulnerable to setback, the target technical upside of $35,000 has been exceeded. Time to take some money off the table. I cash some profits as well. So you cash out on the way up, right? Because no one can call the top. Even though we're looking at all these charts, I can't for 100% certainty say, hey guys, on December 21st, 2021, we're going to hit $100,000. No one knows that. But we can look at the different factors. We can look at the charts. We can look at the demand. And we are going to see mass FOMO kick in, which is going to help be the icing on the cake. But these institutional investors like Guggenheim Fund are buying up a significant amount of Bitcoin and other cryptos. Now, one of the things that people are not taking into consideration, and I tweeted about it today, is that there are a lot of Bitcoin that are lost and some that are illiquid. They cannot be accessed. Like, for example, Stephen Thomas, those of you who are invested in XRP know who he is. He was an early employee at Ripple. He now heads Coil, and he has $321 million in Bitcoin that he can't access because he lost his password. So you're going to see more and more of these stories pop up. You're going to hear about Bitcoin's lost 10,000 here from back in the day. And even if people lost like 20 Bitcoin, that's going to be a thing, right? And that's going to be part of I should say it is a factor into the scarcity aspect of Bitcoin, the supply and demand economics behind Bitcoin. Even though there's going to be only 21 million mined, there's only going to be a certain amount in the market because some have been lost and some are inaccessible, unfortunately. So I hope Stefan finds his password or somehow gets the respective wallet unlocked. But man, I don't know how I would sleep at night, but he's also well off because he was an early Ripple employee. I'm sure he has a lot of XRP and probably other cryptos. So, but still, my point is these factors are really going to affect the supply and demand economics of Bitcoin, driving the price higher. Now, I want to switch gears a bit. Couldn't say that. And talk about Chainlink. You all know I hold Chainlink in my portfolio. I swung traded last year and made some nice money. Well, billionaire Mike Novogratz, who heads up Galaxy Digital, he responded to a tweet to a Chainlink advocate saying, I did buy more Link after our lunch. Wow. This was last night. So why is he saying that? Well, Link has been doing well, my friends. Link is up over $21 right now. And I think it touched $23 the other day. So I think Link could go to $100. Some people think it could go to $1,000. I'm holding some and still will be swing trading here and there to make money. But it's done well for me in my portfolio. So I'm going to continue swing trading it and buying the dips where I can. So really interesting to see billionaire Mike Novogratz come out and say that. So it looks like Link is going to have some big money behind it. Now, you guys may have seen my tweet where I was trolling the folks at Zeus Capital who have been putting out FUD about Chainlink. I tweeted it last night, and they have always been trying to short Link, so they put out FUD, but Chainlink keeps performing well. Now, as always, do your own research. Only invest what you're willing to lose. This is not financial or investment advice. So I know what I'm doing with Link. It's done well for me. You do your research and obviously take based on your own risk tolerance, decide what you want to do. Now, moving ahead to another respective coin that I unfortunately do not have in my portfolio. I don't have Polkadot, and I should have taken a position. I remember researching it, and right now it is blasting off, man. It hit near $18, I think, yesterday. Right now it's down. Everything has a little pullback here and there. So it's up 85% from a 7-day perspective. It is at near $17. It surpassed XRP for the number 4 spot on the market list here. So it's doing well. And some of you may not have heard about Polkadot, and you're probably like, what? What the hell is Polkadot? Well, here's an example of real world adoption for Polkadot, and this is a good sign. This is what you want to see. You don't want to see prices just going up. You want to see real world adoption, so there's some activity behind it. It has a use case. It has utility. Well, K-pop stars to mint digital collectibles on Polkadot. Now, some of you are going to be like, K-pop, ugh, come on, collectibles, who cares about that? It doesn't matter what we feel about it. What matters is there is a subsection of the populations, especially in South Korea, that care about this, right? This is adoption, my friends. It's not always a business type of adoption that is going to happen for these cryptos. It's a social society type of impact, like something like this, right? Collectibles, which we know as part of society, people collect different things. So keep that in mind, my friends, and think about the modern day, not just 20 years from now, 20 years before. People are collecting digital things now, digital arts, collectibles, and so forth. So you have to think that way. So RBW's Japanese subsidiary will be selling its singers' digital products on the blockchain. And let me break it down for you. So many of you may be familiar with K-pop. So I don't think I need to explain what K-pop is, but what matters, my friends, is the adoption that they're getting here. And I want to make sure I read it through here for you guys as far as the specifics of how this is being built on Polkadot. So let me pull it up here for you. Give me 1 second. So here we go. While most NFTs, so non-fungible tokens, exchanges are based on the Ethereum blockchain, Zeno is built on the Polkadot network because of its better scalability, full cross-chain interoperation and integration, and Polkadot's unique parachain feature that gives the team full control of the protocol layer of the system, DeFranco told Coinbase. So that's adoption, my friends, and the K-pop community is big. So let me just read to give you context. South Korea alone has the fourth largest gaming market in the world, with well-established digital goods marketplaces, DeFranco said. The East Asian country also has a very high engagement with all forms of entertainment, including the K-pop industry. The Goan Digital Chart, South Korea's music industry standard, ranking record singles, shows nearly 21 million weekly plays for this week's #1 song alone. So adoption, my friends, real world adoption from people. And while they may not know, hey, this digital collectible is built on Polkadot, you and I who are looking to invest in projects that are getting adoption, this matters to us, right? They're getting the people in society to use these things. And if it's built on your platform, that is awesome. So I will look to take a position in Polkadot. I know you guys, some of you guys are gonna be like, dude, you are so late. I think Polkadot has the ability to go to $100, possibly even $1,000, right? Look, I look at the circulating supply and things like that, 901 million. When you think about that circulating supply, that's not bad, or it's not unreasonable that it could go to $1,000, honestly. But, as always, do your research. That's just what I'm looking at different things with market cap, adoption, and all that, and where it's at right now. So certainly, even if it just goes to $100, if I get in at $14, let's say it corrects to $14 or whatever, and I sell it at $100, I'm still making really good profits, right? So looking good here for Polkadot, and those of you who hold it in your portfolio, congrats. Like I said, I don't have it in my portfolio right now. I will let you guys know. I'll update my portfolio in Google Sheets. Those of you who are channel members, thank you for your support, will have access to that. So you will see it, and I will, of course, update you guys on it. Now, moving ahead, Coinbase, what we've been waiting for them to do, these assholes should have been using their profits to upgrade their servers and prevent outages. When we keep seeing it every bull market. So Coinbase redoing infrastructure to prevent outages during peak times. You don't say. About time, motherfuckers. The exchange also said it's working to improve its customer service response time and other sorts of complaints. Yeah, get your shit together. All of us have been complaining and tweeting, and they've been sitting on their profits. They need to get somebody in there who can fix all these problems. How the hell do you have so much money? You're making record-breaking profits, and you cannot upgrade, right? And they have to do this shit before they do their IPO, because if they have this, when they do their IPO, they're gonna get an influx of traffic like crazy, right? And if they start going down, it's not going to be good for them, even for their stock price. So maybe that's the incentive of why they're doing it now, even, which is a dick move in my opinion. They should have been doing it for better customer service and experience. And look, I've interviewed people from Coinbase, right? You guys have seen my interview with Brett Tage-Paul. He's the head of institutional demand there. So I don't mind. I keep it real with you guys, right? I told you I don't have Polkadot. I told you Coinbase need to get their shit together. Even though I've talked to people there, we got to keep it real. We got to keep these folks accountable. So hopefully they can fix the problems and we don't have outages as the bull market heats up. And I think they will, once again, because money is the incentive here. Doing an IPO and your site's going down, you're gonna look like a moron. So let's see what they do. So guys, what do you think about this $400,000 Bitcoin price? And I know we are on track, guys, to higher prices, but we need the respective support levels moving sideways. Do you think Chainlink will be pumping more soon? Could it go to $1,000? Do you think Polkadot could go to $1,000? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Share this video, hit the thumbs up button, and I'll talk to you guys later.